Hey everyone, and welcome back to another sensational science video. Today we're back, we're finally back, and we're going to be learning about Mercury, the first planet in the solar system, of course. Now, if you have been wondering and may have forgotten over this past what feels like 4 years, you would have known that I've made a video about the sun, which you can watch by clicking on the pop-out banner in the top right hand corner of the screen. Check that out. You would have known that we are doing a series about the solar system, and this is going to be the first part of it, well, second part of it technically, basically the first planet in this series. Of course, Mercury, a very small planet, the closest one to the sun, so let's head straight into it. So, as you probably already know, Mercury is a terrestrial planet, meaning that it's rocky and it's like, not a gas planet, basically. And as I said earlier, closest to the sun, and it's named after the fastest Roman messenger god, so it's interesting for those of you out there who want to know where this name comes from. It's the smallest planet in the solar system with a diameter of about 3,030 miles, which is, for you kilometre users, 4,879.4 kilometres, which is only just about larger than our moon. And its distance from the sun is roughly 36 million miles, and which is equivalent to 0.4 AU, which is standing for astronomical units. And in case you're wondering, 1 astronomical unit is basically the distance from Earth to the sun, so that counts as 1 AU. A day on Mercury is only, no, sorry, not a day. A year on Mercury is only just under 88 days on Earth. But interestingly, a full day and night cycle, what I was meant to say, is just over double the time that it takes for a year, which is about 176 Earth days. Interesting. Mercury formed about 4.5 billion years ago, so an old one it is, although everything's old in space, so not really a surprise. Anyway, in the solar system, this planet is the second densest object, which is just behind Earth. So, in terms of its structure, the core is very large and metallic, of course. It takes, in fact, about 85% of the entire planet's radius at about 1,289 miles. And in case you're wondering, I said earlier that the diameter was 3,030 miles, so you may be wondering, wait a minute, 1,289 miles is not 85% of that, and, well, you'd be right, but it is the radius, so remember that. It's radius and diameter is a very big difference, sort of. Anyway, let's continue. There is evidence that the core is partly molten or liquid. It's not completely confirmed, but there is evidence that suggests this. Now, the other 250 miles of radius is taken up by the mantle and the crust. So, there you go. The surface of Mercury, with impact craters from meteorites or comets, is almost a bit like the Earth's moon. It kind of looks similar, if you can see on the picture on the right. But, some of the impact basins can be as large as 960 miles in diameter, maybe bigger, even some, but that's the statistic I've found. But anyway, temperatures on Mercury change a lot due to its thin atmosphere. So at night it can be as cold as 173 degrees, below zero basically, and it could be as hot as 470, I can't speak, 427 degrees at daytime. Celsius, of course. We don't use Fahrenheit. The atmosphere is not exactly an atmosphere on Mercury. Instead, it's basically like a thin layer of atoms which were blasted off from the surface by solar winds and the meteorites, and this is mainly made up of oxygen, sodium, hydrogen, helium and potassium. The magnetic field at the surface of Mercury is only 1% the strength of Earth. However, it can sometimes interact with the solar winds to create intense magnetic tornadoes. So this funnels the solar wind plasma down to the surface. So it's basically interacting with the sun, that's what it's saying. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. A very short one, of course, but hope you found it useful anyway and had a brief idea of what Mercury is and what it's like basically, and some information about it. But if you want me to make a more detailed version of this video, let me know in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this, and let me know in the comments as well of any other topics you want me to cover. Share this video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.